Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be solving the equation 8 to the power of x is equal to 80. Now, obviously we're going to find the value of x here. And although this problem may seem impossible to some people, there is a solution. So for my solution, I'm going to start by writing my equation down here. 8 to the power of x is equal to 80. Now, before we even start solving this equation, let me test out a couple of values. So when x equals 1, this means that we have 8 to the power of 1, which is equal to 8. And this is obviously not equal to 80. So now I'm going to test out x equals 2. When x equals 2, I have 8 squared, which is 64. So we're getting closer. And now when x equals 3, I have 8 to the power of 3, which is 64 times 8, which is 512. And this is much larger than 80. Meaning that because 80 lies between 64 and 512, our solution, or x, we should say, is somewhere in between 2 and 3. So it's going to be a decimal value. So now to actually solve this, I'm going to start by rewriting this as 8 to the power of x is equal to 8 times 10. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 8. So I have 8 to the power of x over 8 is equal to 10. Now from here, 8 is the same thing as 8 to the power of 1. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So these two exponents subtract, and I get 8 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 10. Now is where the slightly confusing part comes in. I'm going to bring in logarithms to this. So I'm going to take the log on both sides, and I get log 8 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to log of 10. And an important property of logarithms is that if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can move this b to the front, so this turns into b times log a. So in this case, I'm going to move x minus 1 to the front. So I get x minus 1 times log a is equal to log of 10, which is actually equal to 1. Log of 10 is 1. Now I can distribute log of 8, so I get x times log of 8 minus log of 8 is equal to 1. And if I add log 8 on both sides, I get x times log of 8 plus is equal to 1 plus log of 8. And finally, I'm going to divide both sides by log of 8. So these two cancel out, and I get x is equal to 1 plus log of 8 over log of 8. Now, log of 8, I'm going to use a calculator for this, is equal to 0.903. So if I plug this in, I get x is equal to 1 plus 0.903 over 0.903, which is equal to 1.903 over 0.903. Which is equal to 2.107.